Mortgage interest rates have gone up and people are going back on the fence and they're a little nervous. They're not sure what's going to happen. And I'm telling everybody, I've been in the business for 18 plus years, that you should be buying in today's market, especially for buyers that couldn't and didn't buy when the market was on fire. So I've come up with my 7 reasons to buy a home now, even with growing interest rates. And I'll tell you, it wasn't long ago when dozens, if not hundreds of buyers would line up in front of houses. We had a lot of those listings here in Parkland, and they would overbid on them. They would waive contingencies. They would not even do inspections. They pay above appraised value. They come out of pocket with more money in order to just be the winning bidder for that property. Well, times have changed due to the rising inflation and certainly interest rates surpassing a 20-year high recently. Many would be buyers who did not get a chance to purchase from 2020 and 2022 are still on the fence. These are the buyers I'm focusing on. These are the exact buyers that should be buying. During the real estate crash of 2006 and 2007, a similar thing happened afterwards. Buyers that didn't buy during the height of those markets came forward, such as firefighters, police officers, teachers, government workers. They were offering first time home buyer credits. They were even giving an $8,000 credit to a buyer for first time home buying to have them purchase. That's how they were able to get back into the market, because they couldn't have a chance of buying when the market was at its height. So many buyers want to purchase their dream home even today, but they are hesitant due to the media and perception being portrayed. Now, look, don't get me wrong. A lot of this information that's being portrayed is genuine, but I just feel that it's not showing all the advantages and some of the disadvantages. So buyers are just not informed in my opinion. So here's a list that I've put together. So one, the reason why buyers should be buying today: the prices are lower. Nationally, prices have come down, some especially in the luxury sections, of course. Some communities have maintained high values, but may have not gone up much in the last year, and some have dropped up to 10 to 15%. Buyers can actually negotiate a lower price way more now than they could just months ago, certainly a year ago. Number two, larger inventory of available homes for sale. Now, people are saying, look, we have such a shortage of inventory, and that's correct. But pre-pandemic numbers were definitely a lot higher, double almost to where we are today. In fact, in Parkland today, we have 100 listings for sale right now. And that seems like a very low number. If you look back pre-pandemic, you'll see we had 180. So a lot more inventory then than now. But in the last 2 years, we've had, in those March months of 2021 and 2022, inventory was at 40 to 60 homes per month. So we have a significant more amount of inventory to look at than we did just, 6, 12, 18 months ago. So you do have more inventory to look at, and you can be a little bit pickier on what you find. So three, fewer competition in the market. There's not buyers lining up behind you to look at homes like you saw when rates were in their 2 to 4 and 5% rates. So you're not going to see that kind of activity to really bid you up. Now we're having houses that get multiple offers, multiple bids. We have a little bit of that going on a smaller scale, but certainly not at a double digit or higher level where buyers are really competing when there was that much competition in the market. People were just really looking to get into a home, and they were willing to pay such a crazy premium, and those bidding wars resulted. Number four, less risk during the buying process. This is where I see people on the fence, but they should understand their risk is so much lower in this market as they can go through their due diligence process. They can get an inspection done. They can get their home that has to appraise for the value that they have agreed to, or they can back out or renegotiate the contract. They can get their full loan commitment done. So they don't have to feel like they could lose their deposits, or they could end up buying a home that's not going to be as favorable with an inspection. They might have to spend more money after closing. So there's a lot of factors at buying a house now that you don't have to get in that bidding war. You can take your time, do your due diligence the way you did pre-pandemic in order to get your dream home and really know that it's the right home for you. Number five is buy down your interest rates. Many banks are offering programs to help lower your monthly mortgage payment. In fact, sellers are now even agreeing to seller concessions in order for buyers to be able to buy down the mortgage rates by up to by up to 0.5 to maybe 1 or more percentage points. As a result, buyers can get their rates right now into the sixes. maybe even lower, which is a lot more advantageous than being over 7% of what the doom and gloom that you see when you go on your computer and your social media or watch the news stations right now. So you understand perception isn't always reality. And if you can get those rates, understand if rates were under 6% right now, we'd have, millions of buyers qualified to purchase. Wouldn't be a frenzy, but you certainly would see a lot more activity. And that's what I think is going to happen. And these buyers that are on the fence could have to stay on the fence if the interest rates go lower, because these other buyers are going to take their place right as they did, a year, 2 years ago, as well as when they did in 06, 07. So please understand that. Number six is buy now, refinance later. The saying is marry the home and date the rate. As mortgage rates are expected to be in the 5 to 6% rate anyways in the next year to 18 months or so. You can always refinance your mortgage as soon as rates get to a lower level. As I said before, you can buy down your rate, kind of, build in that refinance. You might not have to if you get your rates in the 6%, because I don't think they're going to go much lower than that in the coming years. And as I said, 4 to 5 million people will be able to purchase once those rates get under 6%, which could happen by next year. Maybe it won't be that buyer frenzy of 2020 to 2022, but I promise you, if interest rates are under 6%, we will see a very large influx in purchases. I mean, earlier in this year in Parkland, when rates got to be under 6% for a brief period of time, there was a 30% increase in buyers getting loan approvals, pre-approval. So we saw an uptick in our prices. This is what I think has been spurring on the market, because earlier in the year, rates were a lot lower. They were over a point lower, point up to maybe even a point and a half lower. And that's significant, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of savings per month. And number seven, stop paying someone else's mortgage and save. Stop throwing your hard-earned money away by merely paying your landlord's mortgage down. Also, by owning your own home, you can write off the mortgage interest, saving you, could be thousands of dollars on your taxes per year. And you need those savings. You also are in control of how long you wish to stay in your home and not be told that your rent is going up every year and you cannot make certain changes to the interior and exterior of the home. While the prevailing economic circumstances have elevated mortgage rates to a 20-year peak, the real estate landscape remains a realm of potential and opportunity. Informed buyers can reap significant rewards by capitalizing on the advantages presented by current real estate and economic environment. By understanding the underlying dynamics and embracing a strategic approach, aspiring homeowners can navigate these challenging times with confidence. So understand, when you're going out this weekend, we have 4 open houses in Parkland, and you're looking at homes and you're still thinking about making a move. Understand, perception isn't reality. These 7 strategies can get you into a house where you look back on this. You can refinance later. You maybe can get your mortgage buy down so you don't even have to refinance, and get your cake and eat it too. On a dream home, I can't tell you how many homes were sold by people that brought buyers to our listings or our own buyers that we sold, where I could tell it wasn't their dream home. They weren't in love with the property. And, they made it work because it was just a, popular thing to buy. The rates were great. It was a great time. But, so much stress happened that buyers did not enjoy the experience. They're not loving their homes they're in. And realistically, now you can take advantage of a changing market where I believe a lot of buyers that couldn't buy then can buy now and should buy now, because they have the power. They have the control. And they will lose that control as soon as interest rates go back under 6%. They will be renting for a longer time, paying off somebody else's mortgage, not being able to live the American dream and be able to put, equity into their home and pay down mortgage rates, and have equity on the long term. Real estate is one of the best assets that people can purchase. People retire on their real estate. They refinance. They send their kids to school. They pay off medical bills, student loans. It's such a valuable thing that people don't understand. And I think there are a lot of this misinformation being portrayed is just news. It's just to get you to watch TV. It's get you to go on social media and embrace that environment. And I think you are making a big mistake by not embracing the experts and really looking at why is it a better time to buy today. You have the power. Don't lose the power and wait until mortgage interest rates go down. So this week in real estate for Parkland, Florida, it's been pretty steady. We have 101 single family homes for sale, excluding the 55 plus communities and condos and townhouses and villas. 35 of those homes that are for sale have been reduced in price already, and they're not under contract. So 35% of the inventory has already been reduced in price, and they're still sitting there available. So there are a lot of homes to look at. 70 average days on market for those 101 homes for sale. So we're starting to see that buyer market coming back, especially in the luxury higher end price points. And this is what you can take advantage of. The median sales price year to date is $1,175,000. That stayed pretty consistent. So we're not seeing a vast jump in values, and we're not seeing a drop in values. So just in the past 7 days, we've had 18 new listings come on the market, 12 price reductions, 6 homes went under contract, 20 homes sold. Our mortgage interest rates, according to Mortgage News Daily, the 30-year fixed rate, 7.37%. And I think we're going to see that possibly go up if the Fed will raise rates next month. I think they're going to do it, because they got to get inflation under control. 15-year rate, 7.08%, and the 30-year jumbo is at 7.30%. So all of this information, understand it's very important that you can still sell your house for a very high premium. I read lately that 40%, almost 40% of homeowners nationwide do not have a mortgage on their home. They could take their equity out, sell their home, and buy cash or have a very low interest. Yes, you could be in the 6 or 7% rate, but it might be a very small loan that you can quickly refinance or quickly pay off in the future. So there's so many opportunities out there that you do not even know about. And these are just a little bit of statistics and strategies that we have put into place to help our clients and get them into a great property, have a client sell, buy, and they're very happy because they're bought their dream home and they have the equity from the home that they bought. They take it over to the next property if they have to. So if you're curious to know what your home is worth, please visit our website, myparklandhomevalue.com. You can also go to the top corner of the screen if you're watching this on TV or your computer and use the QR code. I personally come out, I give you a market analysis. I show you our unique ways of marketing and selling homes. We're still selling 13% of the inventory in Parkland right now, and almost at 40% that we are actually representing both buyer and seller on our transactions. So kudos to our amazing team, our staff, our marketing department. We are pushing forward in this changing market. We are elevating our credibility. We're out there doing all the things we can to educate the city of Parkland and South Florida that we know what we need to do to help our clients get the best opportunities possible. So come look at our 4 open houses this week in Parkland. We have 2 in Cascada, 1 in Heron Bay, and 1 in Mayfair and East Parkland. And we would love for you to come by. We'd love to talk to you, chat with you, help you answer all of your questions and concerns. And I thank you for watching. Please like and share, comment. If you have any questions, please always reach out to us. We're a 24/7 real estate company here at Parrot Realty. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And I look forward to seeing you for another update on the market next Friday.